look at that.
Yes! He has some weird buildings.
What's going on here, Scott?
I have no idea.
What kind of dollars do you want for the whole shooting match?
It's up around 23,000.
Wow!
Got a big old Tom, vicious Tom.
Go in like a man.
Look at those claws. He could do some damage. I'm Scott Cozens,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers. We travel all over Canada, coast to coast, from the West Rocky Mountains to the Eastern Shores and all the back roads in between, looking for hidden gems in people's basements, attics, and barns. Sometimes we take a gamble, trust in our gut to make a buck.
Just like the people we meet, every story is different.
It's not junk to us.
Gotta love the West Coast. I love these totem poles.
They've got such great stories. I love some of these, like the guy riding the whale there. So we're here. We're gonna be hitting Chilak,
Yeah.
I think Abbotsford, Langley, Surrey.
So why don't I drive?
I'm not overly excited about you driving.
We're on our way to Bridal Falls. It's in the Fraser Valley.
It's a really nice area. It should be some good stuff here.
Simon Fraser, great explorer. This was his gateway to the Pacific.
I guess that's right, yeah. We're going to see Henry. This guy, I think, is going to be primarily oil and gas, some Pepsi.
Excellent.
Yeah, so he's got some stuff. Now,
Does he say he's a seller?
he says he's a seller. He says he likes selling to pickers, and he says he's prepared to sell anything and everything he's got.
Hey, this looks like the place.
This is it. A couple big shell signs there.
Hey, you'd be Henry.
I'm Henry.
I'm Sheldon.
Hi, Henry Scott. Got some interesting stuff here.
Yeah, I enjoy it
How long you been doing it?
pretty well all my life. I've always enjoyed the old stuff ever since I was a kid. And the hunt's part of it. I like collecting anything that's rare, unusual.
Always oil and gas?
No. Used to collect kids. I got 9 kids, but I found that it's too expensive.
Well, let's head inside and see what we can look at.
This is great, Henry.
My wife's not into antiques like I am, but when I bought that, I asked her, I said, do you want to go necking in it tonight?
We need your truck to go picking in.
Not that one. I mean, you can borrow it, but you can't have it.
So we've identified the first thing that's not for sale.
Yeah.
Can we go in here?
Go do whatever you like.
Oh, yeah. This is the shell room.
That's the shell room.
He's an accumulator, and this happens to be his baby.
I worked for Shell for 7 years.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Obviously, they were good to you.
Woodstock, Ontario. I went to Woodstock, too.
Did you go to listen to the music?
I don't remember hearing any music.
That's a nice one, that Shell X 100, complete with all the tins. Would you sell your roadside stand and tins?
That there are the tins?
Yeah.
Yes, but it doesn't have that cheap price on it.
Well, I know it's not going to be $50. How much is it going to be?
The way it is there,
Yeah,
$800.
can't do that.
No.
This is a good little display cabinet. Would you part with that? A good little oak cabinet in perfect condition. Had nothing to do with shell. That's something I'd pay, maybe $60 for.
No, 100?
75?
85?
What do you think, Scott? Done. 85. Oh, you got a grip like a vice. And he kind of surprised me. He parted with that little display cabinet, and I think there's more to come.
I'm sort of happy now because Sheldon's broken the ice, so I'm hoping the rest of the day goes that way. I just want to take a look at this Bonanza lunch kit.
It doesn't have a handle on it, huh?
Yeah, well, that happens sometimes. It's a Canadian lunch kit. You know how you can tell the Canadian lunch kit? Silver band.
Oh,
The Americans lithographed the entire way around. There's a very small handful of collectors in the United States that pay huge money for mint Canadian lunch kits and mint Canadian thermoses. Good Canadian guy, Lauren Green, in it too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a bit of a beater. So for what I would offer you for it in that condition, it's probably better up there. I just want to see if there's anything old. You see, there's a couple old Lesnies in there.
You're gonna have to watch out. Scott's gonna be underneath your bed in a few minutes.
Lesnie, English manufacturer, sort of the poor sister to Dinky. That's a first series Lesnie.
Is he?
Yeah, you can steel wheels. I bet you paid $35 for that. How much?
Paid $100 for that.
What? Holy.
I do have some weak moments at times.
I've done this myself. You see something, you love it, and you overpay for it. If I'd paid $100 for that, I would tell my wife to put it in my coat pocket and bury it with me, because you're never getting $100 back out of that baby.
You don't want too many weak moments. No.
You got a pile of stuff.
Whoa, Henry, you've been busy.
Once it's in your blood, collecting and that, if it's in your blood, it never leaves.
This is cute. I don't really care about the lifesaver.
No. But the stand.
Yeah, the stand. And it is old. Probably 30s, 1930s is my guess. What do you need out of it?
It's got to bring $100, or I'd rather keep it.
Can you come down a little? $75?
No. I can't. On that one, I can't.
$100.
Okay.
More than I'd like to pay, but he didn't want to sell it, and I wanted to own it, and that's where a weak moment comes from.
I don't think that was such a weak moment. You're a collector, Scott. You know.
Still a weak moment, though. $100 is too much.
It's not too much. Sometimes you gotta step up.
I'll sell it to you for $125.
No, you're the collector.
What do you sell the Pepsi for? It's a weird thing because that's not a pre-war sign. Pre-war, there was 2 dots between the Pepsi and the cola. After the war, there was 1 dot.
It's all original.
Oh, no, it's right. The year's 51.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, I think what happened is they used the pre-war stamp on it, even though it's a post-war sign.
Yeah.
If you were going to sell them in that condition, you get 2 of them, what would you want for them?
I bought them at a really good time, and I can't get my money back out of them.
So you may as well just keep them. Weak moment day for Henry. I can't buy him. He won't even quote me a price he paid so much for them.
And I like Pepsi. Gets the underdog a Coke, right? So Pepsi needs support.
I like that. Store display, 1960s probably.
Yeah,
And what would you sell it for as it goes?
$100.
Yeah, see, I don't think that's an unfair price. There's only one problem. That's the only lighter I want. Right there.
Oh, the nudie girl.
That's
oh,
the
yeah,
only
sure,
lighter
sure.
I want. This is like the old pinup. There's a whole segment of society that collects pinup stuff. Those illustrations came from very famous artists like Varga that did that type of thing. I'd give you $20 for that lighter, but I don't want the rest of them for 80.
If you want the light, you can have that lighter.
Yeah?
Yeah? If you give me $20 for that
Absolutely.
lighter, you can have that one.
She's a sweetie. I didn't actually think he was going to take it, but he did. You better hope you can find another lighter to fill in there.
Oh, I know where there is one.
I'm real happy with what we're doing here.
Hey, Henry, this Canada Paint container here
Yeah?
would have been a paint or general store display. That's a great little display.
Yeah, and what I like about it is somebody that collects little tins will put them in there.
Would you take $40 for that?
No. 60.
50?
You want the tins to go with it?
No,
50. Yeah, fine.
50's good. Perfect.
I've figured out with Henry that if you're dealing with stuff that he doesn't care about or doesn't place a lot of value on, you're going to get a good deal. Okay, let's go upstairs. And that's what I'm going for now. I'm going for stuff that I don't think he loves. And I don't think he loves anything up there. That's why it's up there. Let's see what's hiding. There's an oldie. That's the early squirrel tin. Back before it was just squirrel, it was the Canada Nut Company. Got a real ratty squirrel early, and then what they did is they changed into that one. See, now he's quite a bit cuter later on. They're really, really hard to find, those Canada Nut Company tins. This one's a bit beat,
It was tin, so you didn't throw it away, and you used it for something, and that's why there's so few of them in good condition.
Did you take 20 bucks for that tin?
That's the best you're gonna do?
Best I'm gonna do in that condition. If it was mint, just so you know, if it was mint, I'd give you 300 for it. But in that condition, 20 bucks.
And what's your best offer?
He doesn't even want it.
I think he's a Canada nut. Giving you 20.
Okay, go ahead.
I've only seen 3 of them. All 3 have been beat. But I got a guy that'll want that tin. So what can you tell me about the little spice rack? Did you get it like that?
The way it is, that's the way I got it.
The interesting part is he had a few things attached to it.
I put this on and I put the cherry picker on.
Peppermill and a cherry pitter.
Looks like you got another contraption over here.
That's an apple corer, right?
What would you want for the rack and the apple corer?
Well, that apple core's got to bring 50 bucks.
I don't know what they sell for. I've never sold an
Oh,
apple.
that's a fair price.
But
For a wholesale price or a retail price?
Wholesale price.
Okay. And what's that rack?
50 bucks.
For the whole works.
Yeah.
Always the best thing you can do is to package. Package, package, package whenever you can. How about if we give you 100 bucks and you throw the tin in?
Oh, no. I can't do that. Because this is cheap. You're getting, this here's cheap.
50 bucks.
Yeah, but that's
50 bucks is 100.
Yeah.
I'm just asking you to throw the tin
No.
in. Tried to get a tin thrown in, I was getting greedy. How come you're so reactive to that tin?
Because I do kind of like them.
Oh, okay. Is there one you don't like?
Yeah, there's one outside. Wheeling and dealing? Oh, I thrive on that. I do.
Are we good at 100?
We're good at 100.
Okay.
Well, you should be, because
Of course we should be.
He knew what a good deal we were getting, and I agree. Let's head down and see what else there is.
We're still doing deals, and that's a good thing. We keep the ball rolling. We're getting merchandise, and we're getting it at what we feel is a fair price. The pickers are happy, and we're not done yet.
One last thing. I gotta look at this Buddy Ellen. You don't get a chance too often to look at a real nice, original condition Buddy L shell truck. I'm guessing 1940s. It's even got the grill, which is almost always gone. Now, that probably would have been a $10 toy in its day,
Ooh.
which was a lot of money. That's a good toy. Now, the back's been dicked with.
yeah,
And what's your best on that?
that's not leaving unless it brings 500 bucks.
I still think at $500, there's a little bit of money to be made in it. That bothers me.
Yeah, I know.
That's a good toy, Shell.
We have to be really cautious if we know that something isn't in original condition.
Can I put it back there while I think about it for a minute?
Yeah, sure can.
That's a beauty.
Yeah, that is.
How much for the little guy?
125.
125.
Yeah. I got that at a weak moment. Oh, don't talk about that one.
That's a cutie. It's a Schuko,
Yeah.
German. How far are you buried in this one? How deep?
200 bucks.
Whoa!
Another weak moment?
How far could we help dig you out of that hole where you'd be able to say, okay, you know, I didn't get all my money back, but I'm okay with it?
This one here, $175. That one bring 100 bucks.
I know it's a lot, Sheldon. I know it's a lot.
Yeah, he got quiet all of a sudden.
Okay, Shell, let's go talk for a minute. You know, I love the Buddy L except for that back gate.
Yeah.
He's not moving on 500. It's
No,
either yes, no,
exactly.
or whatever. And you know what? I don't mind putting up 500 bucks on that toy, taking a chance on it. It's the best toy he's got by far. The Schuko, a lot of money, but I'll tell you one thing, I've never seen that Schuko before. That little tin to the right guy could be 200 bucks. Tins are funny things, you know?
I trust your senses. If you think we should go for it, let's take a shot.
I'm thinking we should try them on at 700.
You're not gonna budge them.
Doesn't hurt you to try them on.
Yeah. We're in or we're out. I'd say if you think we're in, let's go for it. Henry.
Can I try you on at risk of you being mad at me? You
No,
won't be offended.
I don't get mad. That's fine. That's,
Okay. 700 bucks.
No, that won't fly. I honestly feel I don't want to take less.
I'm gonna pay $775. What can I get thrown in the deal? How about those models over there that would have sat in a dispenser at the gas station?
Yeah, go ahead.
Done. Here, let's do the cross shape. There. I heard Henry had a pet, and he asked me if I wanted to see it. Can you tell when he's agitated? Is he agitated right now?
Yeah. What a big old Tom. Vicious Tom.
Go in like a man.
I'm going in
a man or a turkey?
like you are. So I thought I'd go in and see how close I could get to it before it pecked my brains out. Hey, bud. He's a beauty.
You're far more brave than I am.
Are you gonna come at me? Look at those claws. He could do some damage with those. Have you ever got this close to him?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
He
yeah.
goes up and pets him. He's very friendly.
You stay where you are. I'm grabbing one of your feathers. I'm not touching you. Turkey feather for my cowboy hat. There we are. That's a feather in my cap.
Anytime you can get a good little oak cabinet, I take everyone I could find.
This is cute, and it is old.
I know you. Henry, that was a lot of fun.
Yes, gentlemen, behave, eh? They're good guys.
Try to be nicer next time,
Okay,
okay?
that one with the long hippie here, yeah, he's got a bit of a character to him.
So we'll be back.
And when you start parting with those little shell tins that I like,
Yeah, that'll be a little while, yeah.
well, that was fun. Man, he's got a lot of stuff.
So what are we going to see here?
I think we're gonna go see Harvey. I heard he's got just a pile of stuff, like rooms filled with stuff, which is what we like if he's ready to sell.
If he's got good stuff.
Yeah, you know, I've never been in a room that's been filled with stuff and haven't been able to find something to it.
You are the Jack Russell Terrier of pickers. You can usually find an ankle bone to grab onto and then you don't let go. Wow, look at that building.
Yeah, that's a weird building, that one. Look at the mailbox.
Stuff everywhere.
Wow. I think there's a submarine.
Look at these buildings.
He has some weird buildings.
It's like Hobbit land. We have no idea what's in there. What's going on here, Scott?
I have no idea. We know he's gonna be an interesting guy, whatever else may happen. Oh, there he is.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
You'd be Harvey.
Yeah, that's me.
I'm Sheldon, and this is Scott.
Scott.
Hi,
How do you
Harvey.
do, Scott?
Yeah, good.
I'm an old bugger. I'm 100. No, I'm only 86. Pleasure.
Greg,
Hi,
Harvey's
Greg.
son.
Oh, it's the father and son team.
I'm just a furniture mover.
Yeah, they were. He was very helpful. He's a good boy.
What's the story here?
This building took me 11 years to build it by myself.
Where'd you come up with the design, Harvey? Is it all up there?
Pretty well. Every nail in this place is done by myself. But I didn't realize that I'm making so much noise, hammer so many nails, my neighbor moved away.
Do you live here, Harvey?
No, this is a building that I use for collectible stuff.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully someday, maybe a museum. We'll
That's
see.
not good news for us if
No,
you
I
turn it
know.
into a museum.
I don't really sell to the public.
We're in trouble here.
Well, if we see something we really like, can we make you an offer on it?
Yes.
Okay.
Go show us a
Come into
treasure,
my
Harvey.
office. Come on in. Okay. Holy cow.
Wow.
There's some good stuff back here. Oh, that's cool. Yikes.
Holy smokes. You got a combination of a whole bunch of stuff here, don't you?
I like unusual pieces.
Harvey's been collecting for, it sounds like, a lifetime.
That used to sit out in front of a drugstore or something.
It still works. It's a bouncing horse. I put the kids on it, you know.
It actually is covered in a hide. and it's a good early one.
I had the mate to that, and I sold it to a friend of mine for a couple thousand. You know how much he wants for it? No. 16,000.
What? So I'm guessing he's not for sale.
No, but he
Yeah, 16,000. We've established the price.
jump on it, and it still works.
Be careful, don't break them.
Wow! I figured I got to give it a run. I can't buy it. I may as well ride it. I remember riding these when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Okay, give me the 10 cents. I need to ride. I've never ridden it myself.
Well, let's get you on it. Can you get that leg over?
Yeah, I'm ready to fly. Oh,
I told you, it gives you a good run, doesn't it?
yeah, kick out of this baby. I should do this for exercise.
That's beautiful. That was pretty good.
You are.
I can see from looking around that he's got some real interesting pieces. This is an interesting one.
Yeah, it's old.
They reproed this cloth, so I'm always suspect when I see them.
Oh, yeah.
And like this is a repro. You may not think so, but that's a repro. The back was old, so I was comfortable it was right. And then it was just a question of what it was going to take to get it out of him. Have you ever had an offer on it?
Yeah.
How much?
I did. He offered me 200.
I was going to offer you 200 myself.
No, I like to keep it because I just love it myself.
That's sweet. They're military, which surprisingly is less desirable than the passenger liner ones. Mm-hmm. But still, they're neat, they're cool. They're probably from the 50s, is my guess.
He's in love with that, isn't he?
Well, I collect things like this.
Well, I do too, see, so it's going to stay here. Anything else you want to look at?
We've got the unholy triad. If I don't get three of a kind, will you sell it to me?
You're breaking my heart here, wanting to buy the stuff that I love.
A guy that doesn't want to sell.
I have certain things that I can't part with.
A guy that loves the stuff.
I'd just love to sell you some of this, but it'd be gone that I wouldn't be able to show it to somebody else.
And a guy that doesn't need the money.
This is more of a museum.
Hey, Harvey, I like this little cart here.
Yeah, that's a nice piece, actually.
It's an old European wooden cart. We've had success with those before.
I don't know how old it is, but it's certainly well made.
Is that one you'd part with?
I kind of hate to part with it, but as you're nice guys, I might, you know.
What would you want for something like that, Harvey?
Well, I'd like 500.
Whoa. 500.
You really don't want to part with it, do you?
Well, it's a $1,000 piece. Where do you find something like that?
What if we stretched and paid you $300?
$350. You got a deal.
Done.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what we're doing here, Harvey.
Yeah.
We're breaking the ice. We want you to start loosening up.
I'm pretty loose now. The only reason I'm really selling it, it's in my way.
Let's go see what else is in your way. Once you've bought one thing, the probability of buying some more becomes much greater.
Can I buy Moby Dick?
That's my carving. Nobody ever wanted to buy one of my carvings.
Well, I do. I like Moby Dick, don't you?
Yeah.
Harvey, I'm going to turn you into a professional commercial artist. I'll give you $50 for Moby Dick.
Can't. Moby Dick would be so unhappy if you left this place.
If we broke the ice, the only thing we did was break it enough to fall through it and drown. I see something I got to ask you about.
Bottle of Guinness.
But I bet you that one's got to be from the 40s, is my guess, maybe even earlier. There'll be some guy that owns a bar that'll want to put that on his shelf just as a piece of decoration. Would you take $5 for the bottle of Guinness?
Sure.
Because I figure if we can't sell it, I can drink it. It's still full.
I was going to say it's a little bottle, but we'll split it on the way home.
Yeah, okay.
We're keeping the ball rolling.
Can I buy this? I've had dozens of Empress spice tins. The old ones have this ship on them. The newer ones have a different ship on them.
Oh, is that right?
This paper label is a tougher one to get. You see one paper label for every 100 tin litho ones. So I'm going to be able to flip this to somebody who collects Empress but doesn't have a paper label.
It's one piece I could live without.
How much can I buy that for?
I'll give it to you from my low ball price, $8.
Done.
Okay.
Now, we grabbed a couple saddles down.
Yeah, they're beauty, aren't they? So nice, I might have to keep them.
We know saddles. Maybe there's something here that we can bring back to Alberta, make a buck on.
This one's an older saddle than this one.
Yeah.
Neither of them are super old. They're unmarked. They're not by any
But
famous maker.
Look at the condition of it. The bar is good in the back. The carving's beautiful. I'll give you for $200 each.
200 each?
Yeah.
We were thinking 200 for the two.
Well, you're thinking not my way.
Okay, how about 100 and a quarter for this one?
Give it to you for 175. He's shaking his head. Why are you shaking your head? That's a bargain.
I'm gonna sell it for less than that.
Well, you're selling too cheap. I'll give it to you for 160. And that's my lows, low ball, high ball, what ball, football, left ball.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna have one left.
That's all right. I'll keep it. I don't mind. It'll go back in my collection.
Hey, Sheldon, is it worth $25 to not have to carry it back upstairs?
That's right.
Go on, hop it up the stairs,
It's a
Scott.
steal at that price. I'm surprised you didn't fall for it. But then again, what do I know?
Shake his hand at 150.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just before I hop this one up the stairs, what's your best price on this one, Harvey?
Give it for 100 and a quarter. That's a steal.
No, I think we're too far apart on this one.
$100, we won't carry it back upstairs.
110.
He's got to win. Okay, throw in one of those bone-handled knives and you can have 110. Just that one. I didn't even take the one with the sheath.
Okay, 115. I got to get $5
Oh, man.
for it.
Well, you know what? We're not going to argue over $5. 115.
Okay.
Done. Can we go poking around a little bit
You
more?
can poke anywhere you wanna.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we will. I like to poke you in the ribs there.
I just did.
Those are the kind of people I like to deal with. They have sense of humor with them.
Looks like a ship.
Were you in the Navy?
Air Force.
Air Force. So why did you build everything that looks like a ship?
Well, I like boats too. Yeah.
It's been an entertaining afternoon with Harvey. He's a cool guy.
I can't imagine how many hours and days Harvey had to sit down to try and figure out how he could make this architecture work. I think I got the good deal, Shell. I'm humping this out to the cart.
Just a little utility cart. Be a European one.
Hey, you can't buy a new bottle of Guinness for $5.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming by.
It was
Scott,
great.
good to see you.
Next time we come out, we're loading the van up and bringing stuff for you to buy from us.
Okay. Sure.
He does buy, as you know.
Fellas,
Okay.
it's
All right.
been
Thanks,
fun.
guys.
Okay.
All right, take care.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
Can you see? Whoa, 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 whoa. The other way, the other way, the other way. You're the worst backer, I'll tell you. Okay,
Oh, I'm
now
an
crank your
expert.
steering wheel this way. Keep going, now go straight. Now you see this tree here? That's the one you almost hit.
That's the one I was trying to take out. I love BC.
We got some money to spend. I'm hoping we can buy something big.
When you say big, does that mean like lots of change?
That means either something really big and expensive or a bunch of things that combined are big and expensive.
I'm gonna be keeping an eye on you. Do you know where we're going here, Scott?
Yeah, we're going to Chilak.
Didn't the band Chilak come from here?
I think that would be a safe assumption. And what do they grow here?
Apparently now the latest thing in the valley here is grapes, wine. So we're on our way to see Wayne. Apparently he's got all kinds of stuff. He clears out estates. He's got an emporium.
And that's an emporium as opposed to a cornucopia?
Yeah.
I am really interested to find out what those two shell trucks we bought are worth.
I think Wayne would be able to give us an appraisal on those.
Yeah, there
Emporium.
it is. Okay. Are they both there, Shell?
Yeah, I got him.
Wow, this is amazing. Yeah. Look at that, that is a beautiful thing.
Oh, man.
Red Indian gas pump. Wow.
If you can't find it here, you can't find it.
And he's got the Hulk.
Hey.
Nice to finally meet you. I'm Sheldon.
meet you. Yeah.
Heard all about you.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it now 40 years.
40 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
25 years door knocking, just cold door knocking like yourself, picking, right?
Well,
Yeah.
we brought a couple things in for you because we
Oh,
heard
yeah.
you're the man.
Well, it's an early 1950s Buddy L mini toy, right? This one's original. All the paint's original on it, right? Original tires on it.
And the
You know,
grill's there, which is amazing. It's
Yeah.
got a little ding in it.
Yeah, and the paint's good all the way around. The back door has been changed on it, right? Yeah, a lot of kids just used them outside, used them in the sand, so they got a little beat up. So when you find one in this condition, it's actually a good find, right? And a lot of collectors really want Buddy L. I haven't seen one now in a couple of years come up, right? So they're pretty tough to find, right?
That's why we bought it, is because it was so unusual compared to what you see.
That's not leaving unless it brings 500 bucks.
Let's do the cross shake.
If the truck was pristine, the truck would be $1,000 to $1,200. So, you know, in this condition, you know, I'd have to value it at $750. You might even pull 8 out of the truck, right?
Excellent.
Yeah.
I was real happy with Wayne's appraisal. We can quick flip that and make some money on it.
We also brought you another shell piece. This little Shuko.
Yeah, this is really unusual. I've never seen shell on a van like this. It looks to me like it's late 40s. The condition's fabulous, right? And then you've got the original box with it, even though it's a bit tethered, just to have this is fabulous.
That would be 175. Done.
It's one of those things you can look at it and you can say to the right guy, this may bring 450, 550.
Well, that's good.
I think you did real well on this one, right? This is actually a real little gem, eh? I wish I'd have found this.
Hey, maybe we can pull up a swap. Yeah.
And I want to walk around this store because it is amazing in
You know
here.
what? Help yourself.
I love this place. I haven't been in a store this good in years, or ever.
Wayne has got great stuff, movie props and rentals. That's a great plane, isn't it? And then mixed in amongst them, good quality antique items as well.
This is where I feel at home. This in a seedy bar.
No, the bar opens at 5, right?
I found a couple of West Coast pieces that I really have a fancy for.
Yeah, this pole here came from a local family, right? Salish, you know, done in the area probably 40 years ago. The beaver holding the log in his mouth there, chewing on the log, is fabulous. He's got his 2 hands and his teeth there, right?
Yeah. The other's a paddle.
Yeah, decorated West Coast paddle.
Yeah, real nice.
Canoe paddle. It's actually usable, that one.
Yeah, signed,
Yeah.
Squamish tribe. What would you do the two together, the totem pole and the paddle?
Geez, that's a nice pole. I'd do the 2 for you guys for $350.
I think that's a really good,
Yeah.
fair
You
price.
can't be fairer than that. I
Yeah.
see you got a great saddle. That's an Alberta piece, that Emor. But I think it's probably a little out of our snack bracket. Do you have any other things?
You know what I've got? You won't believe it. I've got the first Calgary Stampede brochure.
Oh,
Wow.
1912.
And also, we've got another one here. And I think this one is 1919, yeah.
These are the Gang of 4, right?
Yep.
Burns, Lane,
McLean and Cross.
Cross, and McLean, yeah.
Yeah.
It's got the great Mountie image on the background of it.
And this one was an important one because they had stopped doing the stampede. The war ended, they did a peace stampede.
What would you need out of the pair of these?
I'm kind of into those, right? I was excited when I saw them, right? And I had to have them, and the gentleman wanted 500, and took me a hard time to get down to 250, right? So the pair of those, I'd need 300. Gotta make something.
You know
yeah.
what I'd say? Just what it says right there, let her buck.
Let her buck.
Perfect. I think Wayne loves pickers.
We are speaking the same language and playing the same game. That's quite a remarkable piece of art.
One in the back now, I have a Space Invaders.
In the back.
Yeah, 2-player game.
Let's go.
Okay.
Oh, there'd be. It was pretty darn close to the father of the modern arcade game, Space Invaders. This is the one that was before Pac-Man, before Galaga, Asteroid.
Asteroid was a great game, too.
It was.
Yeah. You give it a go.
How do I do
You
the
probably
trick?
still got the touch. you're doing good on this one.
Yeah, it's a perilous game, this one.
You just can't get cocky, because you get cocky, then you get killed.
It's kind of like picking.
Yeah. Oh, you're doing great.
Yeah.
This is the last guy.
He's always the hardest.
Oh, look at how fast he's... Oh,
Yay!
look at that.
Congratulations! And I don't think I'd played Space Invaders in 25 years. How much for Space Invaders?
Well, I was asking $350, but for you, $250. Seen how you conquered it.
Oh, done.
Thank you.
Hold it. We own Space Invaders?
I own Space Invaders.
Oh. I'd like to take a real good piece of West Coast art back into our market.
Right.
And I keep looking at that mask right behind me here.
Well, that's a great one. That's Jay and Jean Burbrandt, and Jean went all over North America to all the museums, right? Hauled his son around when he was 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, taught Jay to carve.
They're known artists, really good piece. What would you feel a gallery would price this piece?
They'd price it $4,500 to $5,500.
Yeah. What's your best price for a couple of pickers?
Well, I'll tell you, this is really a favor. I'll give you the mask for $1,350.
I like it.
I mean, I like the creepier ones a little bit better. Like, there's a shark one in the back I love.
Yeah.
So how do you get these things? I noticed you've got masks all over the place.
Well, I actually buy them right from the artists, right?
Oh, okay. Let's see what else there is. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big one.
Yeah, that one's scary, isn't it?
You don't want to put that in your kid's room.
Look at that one.
Oh, wow.
And more.
That top one's really freaky. Oh, look. Those are the mates to that other one.
Oh, yeah. Same carver, obviously. Now I can see the wheels are turning.
You know, remember when I talked about doing something big, spending some big money? I'm wondering if we could put a package together that we might be able to take back to Calgary, and it would be the most impressive West Coast mask package anyone's ever seen.
Why don't we throw that against the wall and see if it sticks? Hey, Wayne, I tell you what Scott and I are thinking. We're thinking we're going to put together a little package of these masks.
Right.
Sharpen your pencil. Let's see if we can make this
Yeah,
work.
well, let's see if we can hammer something out.
You bet.
How come I'm climbing?
You're doing a heck of a job, Scott.
Yeah.
That is a mask, eh?
Do I look?
You got it?
Not really.
Each one is a piece of art.
This is quite the piece. This is going to be a little tricky, this one.
They're carved out of cedar.
Wow, it's heavy.
And they're traditional masks.
Every single mask belongs to a certain native family. If you're not in that family, you're not allowed to carve that mask.
Need a hand there, Scott?
No, I need it to be 4 inches taller is what I need.
I could put you on the rack. I'm sure there's one here somewhere. Look at that. It's got shark's teeth in it.
Yeah. The theory is when you take something big and awkward down off the wall and get it on the floor, the guy's going to want to sell it rather than to have to haul it and put it back up on the wall.
Wow, what an impression.
I'm thinking, wow, that's a lot of money. And I'm also thinking, I don't really want to let any of them go away because I want them all. And that's a problem. If we bought them at 10 grand,
Yeah, I
that's
agree
what I
with you.
thought.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Wayne, come on up here.
Hey, well, Wayne, we're looking for a big impact buy here.
So tell us about some of these masks and who they're by.
Okay, well, they make these masks for when they have the potlatches to dance them, keep the evil spirits away, right? So they dance the masks and they interact the masks with other masks, right? He might dance with another mask and it goes back and forth. None of it's made out of their head or this is what I think it is. They copy it exactly as it was over 100 years ago. These 3 masks are all Bo Dick masks. And that's the wild man. And the wild man story amongst the natives was that he lived in the woods. If he looked at them, they immediately turned into wild men themselves. A recent huge ceremony that they just had with all the chiefs from the Haidas everywhere, it was a major thing. Bo got up and they named him Master Carver of all natives. That's a little portrait mask, that's Jean Burbrandt. And the next one is a shaman mask by Jay Burbrandt.
Yeah. Good, recognized artists made it way more interesting and way more desirable. What kind of dollars do you want for the whole shooting match?
That might be the wrong way to attack. The whole shooting mask is worth about...
Is This is taking
Taking too long. I knew you were going to say that.
It's up around 23,000.
Hey, well, we're a ways apart.
We're thinking we'd spend somewhere between 7,500 and 10 grand on masks.
Well, that won't be happening because it's so far off the point that it's kind of wasting both our times, right?
Yeah.
From one picker to another, it's not in the ballpark, right?
Hey, Wayne, I'd like to drop some cash, some serious money here today. Can we crank out a deal here?
I don't mind giving you a deal.
Good.
I was a picker myself, as long as I don't get too beat up.
How bad can we beat you up before you get upset?
Well, I'm to me, business is always business. I'm unoffendable.
Yeah, don't get
And
us.
I know what you're trying to do.
We're not trying to offend you.
You're trying to put something together, right?
We wanted 10 for everything, right? And you said that's too tight for you, and I accept that, okay?
Yeah.
I wanted to give him room to think. I wanted to give him room to count the money in his head, because he's got people bringing him stuff all the time. And he needs the cash to buy it. Then he's not losing. He's really getting the price he wants for the masks. He's just getting it in a different way.
The trouble is that's 3 sets of masks, right? Everything else I can be pretty flexible, but that's a really valuable set of masks on the West Coast, right? I'll show you what the best deal I can do for 10 is. And that averages out 1,000 a piece, and that's from that over there, those masks.
But I'd rather give back something and keep that one. To me, that's the key piece.
What if we shuffled Big Boy over here
Yeah.
and went to the bank and peeled out $20 bills till we hit 12,000?
So that's 2 grand for Big Boy?
Well, just with all the rest
no,
of them.
don't think of it that way.
Yeah, it won't
And
work.
then Scotty's happy, and I'm
but-
happy, and you're happy.
No, I'm not happy. Here's my counter offer.
No,
I'm just telling you, picker to picker. This is my offer, it's final. If we can't do it, we'll shake hands and remain friends.
Hold it, we're going to remain friends regardless.
That's right. The Big Boy over, and I'm doing you the favor of a century, 13.5. If you want to grab a deal, do it now. I'll never make it any sweeter.
What do you think, Sheldon?
It's a great deal.
We gotta have one little throw in. It could be worth $100, it could be worth $500. I have no idea. There was a little Thunderbird or something,
That's quite a remarkable piece of art.
flat piece.
It's
At the
yours.
back.
Signed, Jean Brabant.
13.5. Oh, done.
Thanks, boys.
Yes! Got through! Oh, God, that was...
It was fun negotiating. It
Oh,
was
you
good.
are one tough
You
son
got
of
it,
a
you
bitch.
got it.
Let's go have a beer and...
Yeah, let's have a beer.
I am screaming happy. Everybody walked away feeling like they'd won. And these are beautiful, aren't they?
Oh.
We're bringing some great pieces
Oh,
back to
yeah.
Alberta.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that are they're not even going to know what to say when they see these. Were you good at Space Invaders?
No. I really like that pole. Nicely carved and painted.
Wayne, it was
great.
fun. It was great.
You drive a hard
You
bargain,
do,
man.
but you know, we got some cool things for taking back, and we're happy about that.
Hey, you're fair guys, and it was lots of fun.
We'll see you in
Drive
Alberta.
safe.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see you next time you come
Yeah.
out to Alberta. Nobody in Calgary is going to have anything like that.
Well, you wanted something big? You got it, buddy.
Oh, man. I remember when I bought that Vendo 44 off, best Coke machine you can buy, and you pulled on me what we hate guys pulling on us. You said to me, well, Scott, what's this worth? So I had to tell you, I said, in that condition, it's probably worth between $2,000 and $3,000. And you charged me $2,300.
Fair.
How much did you make off me on that Vendo 44?
I'm not telling.